another one of my videos. Today we're going to be talking about Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It is a new video game that has just recently come out for the Nintendo Switch last month. If you pre-ordered the game, you did get a bonus item along with it. Not really a hit or miss with the bonus item, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So I want to point out that this game is rated 10 for everyone, and it definitely takes that to heart. It is a little misleading in its advertising. It calls this a open world Kirby game, and it's not really an open world Kirby game. If I were to give it a rating on my expectation to what I actually received, I would give it about a 5 or 6. I knew that the game would be somewhat elementary, but to me, for whatever reason, the advertisement came off as this was going to be a Kirby game for a little older crowd. It was going to be an open world game. There was going to be exploring and moving around, and it was really not that at all. So what you do end up getting are open environments that direct you in a certain path. So you do hit invisible walls that don't allow you to move into areas. You come up onto objects that you don't interact with. Kirby doesn't even really touch them. He just kind of floats around them. Just little things like that. And then there's a lot of camera angle changes that you really don't have a control of. You can always move the camera to where you want it, but for whatever reason, a lot of the levels, actually all of the levels, rely on doing these like bird's eye view angles, and you're like looking at your Kirby from a cockeyed bird's eye view. And you know, the first couple times in the game, it's fun. I'm gonna sit down a little bit better. It's fun, you know, it's different to see these different little angles flying around, but I don't think it's pulled off very well. It actually becomes quite annoying and really takes away from the exploration aspect of it, because you're seeing Kirby from the top of his head, and I just think they do that way too much. As for the playability of the game, there is a hard mode on there, which is not hard at all. Even on the wild, I think it's called wild mode, there's maybe 20 to 30 enemies per level, very simple enemies, and then a bunch of mediocre bosses. The game is extremely simple. It is I would say maybe for ages, I don't know, 5 to 13 at the max. I don't think I would want to play this as a teenager that's looking for something that's really immersive and full of excitement. It's cute and it is entertaining, but like I said, it's a very guided game. There's a lot of little unlocks and stuff that bring you back to the level, but even if you don't find the unlocks, you can just buy them from the home world out of a little gashapon machine. So it kind of takes away the obligation to have to revisit levels unless you've missed something in your list. As for the graphics, it's beautiful. I mean, it's really nice for a Nintendo game. It's very crisp and clear, and the music is very engaging and keeps you, you know, excited. But like I said, there's not very many enemies. If you set the controller down, you're not gonna die. Yeah, that's pretty much a quick review on it. I think you will enjoy it. I've picked it up. I played it a couple hours. I've kind of moved on from it because there was no challenge for me personally. Some of the little Weedle-Dees are challenging to find, but they're not that hard. I mean, you revisit the level one time and you pretty much get everything you missed the first time. So yeah, I do wish that the advertising was a little more forward about exactly what it was, because maybe I misunderstood, but I just thought it was going to be an open world. I thought it was going to be like Breath of the Wild or Genshin Impact. but it's not. So don't expect that. And then what I also wanted to point out is if you pre-ordered and paid full price for the game, you got these little collector's pins, which I was really excited for. I never pre-order games. I like to be able to return something if I don't like it and I want my money back. However, it's Kirby. I love Kirby and I like pins. However, let me show you these pre-order pins. First of all, I'm going to show you this one just like this. It's metal with a heat transfer that's then been dipped in like an epoxy coating. So it's really not an enamel pin. It's just a cheapo like little dollar or little coin machine pin. And they're not really good quality either. This one literally fell apart as I was taking it off of the package. You can see the type, that's glue. That's not like welded together or anything. It's just a little piece of super glue. That's from the manufacturer. So don't put these on anything. You're gonna look down and your little Kirby and whatever this thing is gonna be gone. Thank God it hit a hard floor because I heard it. Oh, here it is. Here's the piece. Thank God I was above a hard floor because I would have never heard this hitting a soft floor or a carpet. It would have been gone forever. So just be careful with your pen, or I don't know, maybe just pop it off and glue this onto something. They're cute, but yeah. If I were to give this game a worth rating, I'd say $39.99, definitely not worth the $60 that I paid for it. And I wouldn't be surprised if it starts getting discounted quite quick because it was a little misleading in what you were expecting. And that's it. Overall, I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Well, thanks for joining me on another video. Find me on Facebook at Super Comics and Anime Cartoons Club and Movie Fan Clubhouse. And I'm also on Discord. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.